Shalom Akim. What do you call it? Before I get started, I'm going to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone, who rule Israel in true sincerity. Barak to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to all you bishops, elders, brothers, teachers, scribes, helps in the camps of the four corners of earth, making a body living sacrifice to push the good news, this gospel of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And also in true sincerity, and also shalom to you, innumerable 1/3 of you Hebrew Israelites who have spread the four corners of earth, you so-called Negro Latino Americans. May Lord bless. We call all you Hebrew Israelites start from the apostle on down. My name is Yerah Abad from the Israelites in 11th Hour camp out of San Francisco, right? And I'm coming to you with another sit down, right? And through the spirit power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, the Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. In today's lesson, I'm going to go over the title, right? And from there, we're going to roll in the spirit, because a lot of events have went down. A lot of, really tall-tailing signs of Esau's kingdom showing major cracks in its foundation. In today's lesson, the title is called Babylon is Falling. And the reason why I labeled that the title of Babylon is Falling is because of watching the future king of Babylon, which is
today I'm going to show you how to search for people's
Esau's savior, which is Donald J. Trump, experienced what we call a so-called an attempt on his life, right? And we all know that everything Esau does is purely staged. You know what I mean? Nothing happens in a vacuum. Whenever Esau's involved, right? Esau and Esau fucking drama. You know what I mean? There's always some kind of sleight of hand or some kind of, some kind of, trickery. As we see, Jake, over there at the Fisherman's Wharf, having the so-called nut, in the so-called walnut acorn shell, game with the, trying to find the nut within acorns or trying to find a card. I mean, it's all a hustle. It's all a scam, right? But they can no longer hide it. Through their witchcraft and their agendas and their veil of secrecy. Because like in the movie Wizard of Oz, the little dog, is pulling back the curtain and exposing, the great and powerful Oz for what he really is. You know what I'm saying? A weak ass Edomite, whose power is given by the Lord, right? And not by his own merits, is now being exposed, for who really is, right? So the first precept I'm gonna bring out is Isaiah 14 and 16. You guys bear with me, I'm gonna bring it out. You know what I mean? And it says, Isaiah 14:16. I'm gonna read the NLT because though obviously you guys see both of them, you guys see both sides, the KJV and the NLT. For some reason, once in a blue moon, the NLT hits, kind of different. You know what I mean? What do you call it? As with the KJV, hits an uppercut. The NLT will actually throw an elbow to the forehead and catch Esau slipping. You know what I mean? It's kind of different. And like, oh shit, at first, Jake was boxing, right? You know what I mean? But then he threw an elbow in there, on some MMA shit. and caught Brother Esau slipping. You know what I mean? So, excuse me, it's lucky. It says Isaiah 14:16 in the NLT. Everyone there will stare at you, ask, "Can this be the one who shook the earth and made the kingdoms of the world tremble?" Right? What do you call it? Is this the one? That's these other heathen nations. We call it, that's literally, and even if you want to get technical, that's even what do you call it, the hopeful elect of the 144,000, right? Which is the man with the Lord who were in the highways and byways, right? Of the hopeful elect. But also what do you call the innumerable 144,000, of the Hebrew Israelites, but also the other heathen nations. What do you call it? Because back in the day, they were scared of Esau. They were scared of the so-called white man. They were scared of his mighty, his power, his military might, his big. He was the hammer of the earth, and Lord help you if you went against him. You spoke against him. You try to go one-on-one militarily, because we know he can't fight. I know it's for a fact. But some of the brothers who know my past, who actually know me personally, brothers know what do you call it, I was heavily involved in the MMA and the Muay Thai circuit, since the 2000s, and was, part of the, of the movement, as you say, as you say in the world, a part of the fight community, as we say in the world, So, a warrior knows a warrior. I was never a warrior on the battlefield, with guns, weapons, but I was a warrior, we call it, in the cage, in the ring, battling out, living carnally, in a past before I came into the truth. And I can honestly tell you that we call Esau Edom, right? So-called white man who's actually in charge of Babylon. Though they had their mighty men, they had their SEALs, they had their Green Berets, they had their, their Air Force operators, they're called Tier 1 level operators, right? So they had their mighty men, but what do you call, their mighty men have quit the military, right, due to the draconian measures that Esau Edom has implicated, or has put in place, right, in order for these their mighty men to keep working and be employed. For example, a lot of them are quitting over the jabs. A lot of them are quitting over the war in Ukraine. A lot of them are quitting because Esau has cut their benefits. Their so-called VA benefits, whether it be their retirement, whether it be what do you call it, their so-called medical, insurance, and so forth and so on. A decrease in pay. And also not looking out for their best interest. Not looking out for their best interest, because unbeknownst to the average person walking in America, some of their brothers got left in Afghanistan when Esau Edom pulled out of Afghanistan most recently, about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer, maybe 4, give or take. He left over 10,000 men, women, and children of the armed forces, of the alpha, of the so-called 3-letter communities, whether it be CIA, FBI, what I'm saying? What do you call, and their families, and their comrades, left to
shop everyday Ash value items.
Were left to die by the hands of Taliban, right? When you call it, and that was the most recent, a black eye, and how the U.S. government treats their veterans, right? Because in their world, they have a motto, throughout all their military, which is "leave no man behind," right? And that's one of their decrees, meaning leave no Babylonian, leave no American, leave no soldier behind enemy lines. And they broke, and the government, their bosses have broke that oath, right? So now we can see, how the Arab nations gave an ultimatum and a date and a time to pull out of Iraq, to pull out of Iran, to pull out of Afghanistan, to pull out what we call the so-called Arab nations, which they illegally occupy, You know what I mean? You know, without the permission of the governments and those countries that are in in the surrounding areas of those bases that they set up illegally, right? Fuck it. Is this the one who destroyed the world and made it into wasteland? Right? Meaning, you know, how can a nation, right, you know, at one point carry the atom bombs, you know what I mean, and display them upon the whole earth, you know, at the detriment, right, and the fall of Japan / Ammon, right, expense, because that was literally a psyop, and it was actually an experiment, you know, of how, and also a display of Esau Edom's power, right, during the World War II. You know what I mean? And at that point, every nation got spooked, because every nation didn't have those type of bombs available to them, you know, and the technology wasn't up to par. But now, these nations, we call it, you know, the Arabs, you know, the Russians, the Chinese, the Koreans, you know. So basically, what do you call it? You have all these heathen nations, what do you call it, have now built up their military might, you know, have really invested billions, you know, up their military GDP, right, to come up against Babylon, come up against what do you call Esau Edom, come up against what do you call their military might. You know what I mean? And they're strong. Shit, what do you call it again? You know, Russia came up. You know, the Soviet Union is no longer like the broken up state it was back in the 80s and 90s. You know, when Gorbachev was in charge. You know what I mean? Now we got Putin, an ex-FSB, you know, member and a high-ranking official in the FSB, which is the equivalent of a CIA, you know, to the Russians. This guy's smart. He's calculated. He's smart. You know what I mean? He literally is Russia's, you know, best president to date. You know what I mean? We call it the last president, you know, couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? And Gorbachev can do shit, but Putin, man, he's on his shit. You know, we call it making handshakes and making ties with, you know, with other BRICS nations, spearheading the BRICS, and forwarding what we call their military might and their a global GDP, you know, to the forefront. You know, and basically shitting on fucking on the NATO and G7 community, right? Mainly America. Is this the king who demolished the world's greatest cities and had no mercy on his prisoners? Right? Meaning, the whole world right now, about 89% of the world outside of Canada, the U.S., and NATO, what do you call it, has literally looked upon the beast, looked upon the whore, right, and even the beast, as if they ain't shit. You know what I mean? Literally, like they ain't shit. Because why? They really ain't shit. The Lord brought them up, you know, up to rise, you know, up to so-called, you know, great opulence, right? To where the, you know, that they have literally lived, you know, with all the delicacies and all the riches and all the, you know, the wealth that the world has to offer, but no more. They're following. That's it. They're done. Whenever you have a civilian take pop shots, you know what I mean? We call it, you know, it's so-called savior, with Donald J. Trump, you know, Esau savior, right? Whenever you're shooting, we call at the so-called new, you know, Kennedy, that Esau Edom, you know, that Babylon reveres to as Donald J. Trump as a new Kennedy, as a new, you know, the savior, you know, of this, you know, crumbling system the Lord's bringing down. You know, you know this place is done. Because scriptures say they have respected nor persons, right? They should not regard their kings nor princesses, right? You know, in Second Ezra, you know what I mean? And that's very telling in the time period we're living in, right? The kings of the nations lie in stately glory, each of his own tomb. But you have been thrown out of your grave like a worthless branch, like a corpse trampled underfoot. You will be dumped onto a mass grave with those killed in battle. Woo! And basically, what do you call it? You're literally not going to be. Literally, Lord is going to use these nations to throw your ass out and make you a fucking living example. What do you call how not to live? You know what I mean? Because the Lord is going to melt this place. The Lord is going to melt the inhabitants, and put his nobles in chains. Right? The Lord has a plan for Babylon, and Jerusalem, our homeland. Because who runs, what do you call those two lands? There's the fucking JOOs, the small heads, the big nose, the small hats. You know what I mean? What do you call the what do you call them? Drinkers of blood, drinkers of adrenochrome, right? But again, those nasty asses nasty red asses who crawl out of the sewers of New York. You know what I'm saying? And Jerusalem, every place else, like white thing we call them gutter rats. These fucking gutter rats, nasty ass gutter rats, the ones who run Jerusalem and run Babylon, right? You will descend into the pit. You will not be given proper burial. For you have destroyed your nation and slaughtered your people, right? You've destroyed your nation and slaughtered your people, right? Because Babylon is an altar for Yahweh Shemashai. It's prime for the slaughter. We call it, it is a living sacrifice. And good riddance, because fuck this place, man. Fuck you heathens, man. And fuck you fucking 2/3 niggas who cleave on these heathens and to your oppressor, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. Man, what do you call you? You fucking people are prideful. You guys think that the Lord is not going to bring judgment on this place. You think that what do you call it, no matter how much wickedness you guys do, that your actions will go unchecked. You know what I mean? But you guys are sadly mistaken. Because you guys live in a fucking dream world. You guys are delusional. You guys are literally have been smoking your own supply. You know what I mean? Because the last time I checked, last time I read the scriptures, the Lord, has a heavy judgment for this place. You know what I mean? And if you're not on board with this program, you're going to meet the demise. You're going to meet the judgment that befalls on Babylon, right? So let me go to the next scripture. Bear with me. He's all through the spirit. You know what I mean? I had Jake's old. His mind is not what it used to be, right? I got Revelations 14 and 8. You know what I mean? Or you know what? I think we can go back. We can go Jeremiah 51, 8 and 9. So we're gonna bring it out. You know what I mean? It's all through the spirit. You know what I mean? We're just doing doing this on the fly, make this up. You know what I mean? So Jeremiah 51, right? Go to 8. Right, so I'm gonna read the NLT, right? Because kind of, it hits differently. It's like a left hook. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden you come with that rear uppercut. You know what I mean? And then a rear overhand elbow, right in the temple. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, it's that one elbow you don't see. You know what I'm saying? You're covered. You got Esau on the ropes. Covered up. You got him back. His back against the chain link fence. You know what I'm talking about? And you just. Your right hand pulls in his other right hand and pull it down and hit him with the left front with the left foot hook. You know what I mean? And then your rear uppercut comes in, and all of a sudden you just come right over that elbow, bam! On the rear, the right rear over that elbow cuts him, from eyebrow to the chin crosswise. You know what I mean? And kind of slumps him. To me that's how the NLT hits. You know what I mean? It's that one elbow that you don't see while he's under fire. You know what I mean? He's getting hit with them lefts and hooks, and you know what I mean? So in Jeremiah 51 and 8, but suddenly Babylon too has fallen. Weep for her, give her medicine. Perhaps she can yet be healed. And it was funny that's very telling, because it says perhaps she can be healed, and we all know we call Babylon cannot be healed. No matter how much the stock market rises and falls, no matter how much. No matter what president they put in power, no matter, who Esau Edom, tries to uplift and so-called make America great again, it will never be what it was back in the, in the 40s and 50s and 60s. You know what I mean? You know, even to early 80s. You know what I mean? You know, late 90s when it started its decline. We call actually technically it started when Alba Bivens hit the scene in late 60s. You know what I mean? So that's when its real decline started to happen. But it will never be that that one. It will never be as the great beacon of light as with all these nations seen at one point. All these nations wanted to wear, the men wanted to wear a suit, women wanted to wear dresses. You want to look like the white man and talk like the white man. They wanted to fucking buy a house like the white man and and drive his Ford pickup trucks. You know what I mean? And eat his fucking quiche. Those are the white dishes he come up with, his fucking stupid ass deviled eggs or whatever. And drink his fucking Starbucks. Whatever dumbass shit fucking these heathens or want to conjure up. And follow the ways of of a so-called white man, Esau Edom. You know what I mean? His corporate culture. We all know he's a thief of all cultures and identities. This red ass doesn't have his own culture and he's not original. You know what I mean? Hell, even Jake is low state. You know what I mean? Pick a tribe, the 12 tribes. You know what I mean? Even Jake has low state. Fucking he has some originality. And builds kind of wicked ass culture here in Babylon. But Esau Edom, man, as youngsters, in the hood always say he's hella dry. You know what I mean? He's hella dry. He's what do you call he's not original. He fucking stole everything to get where he got to. You know what I'm saying? To get where he is. If anything, we get technical. The Lord gave him fucking everything he has. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't by his own merit. It wasn't by his hard work. It wasn't by him being this great smart fucking man. You know what I mean? The only really great, technically the only really great, Babylonians were the ones who were scientists. And those weren't even Babylonians. Those were Germans. Those were Temanites. Those ones are average Joe six pack. You know what I mean? Who's over here playing pickleball. You know what I'm saying? Fucking he's over here fucking chilling at Starbucks and pushing their keyboards. With their weak ass fucking corporate jobs. That when the fact they're still in debt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't their top scholars out of Harvard and out of Stanford, out of Berkeley. You know what I mean? Ivy League American schools. Shit, where are they at now? If Esau Edom was so fucking smart, the white man was so smart, why can't he fix his economy? Why can't he fix his banking system? Why can't he fix what do you call his supply chain issues? Why can't he fix his military? Why can't he fix fucking what do you call all his the homelessness or the veteran problem or any other so-called problems that a white man has fucking in his country? Hell, he can't even fucking pay his own bills. Niggas $34 trillion in debt. You know what I mean? Counting. You know what I mean? How the fuck you guys supposedly that smart? You guys can't do your own banking. You guys are a bunch of fucking dumbasses. You know what I'm saying? And the whole world's laughing at your stupid ass. The whole world's fucking seeing you for what you really are, right? Fucking is a straight liar, a rape, rob, murder, and thief, and a fucking liar, right? You know what I mean? And it is literally fucking beautiful to watch. Watch the oppressor. What do you call it? Go down in flames with his land. And the reason why he's going down in flames because he stole his land. The so-called white man, Esau Edom, he didn't get this land fucking, by hard work. He didn't acquire America fucking, by him being a good, smart, hardworking man. No, he stole it. He robbed it. He killed for it. He spilled blood for it, right? What do you call it? Through Spain, right? Cristobal Colon, right? Through his explorers, right? Through his Columbuses, right? At the expense and the funding of Ferdinand and Marcos Ferdinand and his wife, right? Back in the was it 1492, right? The inception of the so-called white man coming back to power during the Renaissance, rebirth of the so-called white man of Esau Edom coming back to power. You know what I mean? And I'm glad fucking, what do you call it? We're now all seeing, what do you call it? The America fall fucking on a world stage. And in fact, The whole world is seeing what kind of fucking people you really are. It's seeing Babylon fucking for what it really is. It really ain't shit, because if it was, you guys wouldn't be so slow to protect your president. You know what I mean? When he's getting shot at, you guys would have the answers on correcting fucking your infrastructure, right? And how weak it is. You know what I mean? We would have helped her if we could. Nothing can save her now. Let her go, abandon her, return now to her own land, and that's exactly what's happening to Babylon. Every heathens came and made money off this place, and now return to her own land because they know this place is finished. And if I'm wrong, Google that shit. What do you call it? Every major CEO of every major company had literally quit. We call it solar stocks, got paid, and got the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? They're now in their bunkers and now on their private islands. You know, with their nasty asses, fucking probably doing some pedophile shit. You know what I mean? Fucking, you know, some organ harvesting, drinking fucking little kids' blood, drinking chrome. You know what I mean? Doing all kinds of wickedness. You know what I mean? But where are they at? You know what I mean? You know, what do you call it? If this place was on top, we call it, where's your mighty men? We call it your top tier, your top level 1, top tier operators who are in the military special forces, your Navy SEALs, your Marine Force Recon. What do you call it? Your Army Rangers, your Marshstock Raiders in the Marines, your what do you call it? Your Air Force Delta. You know what I'm saying? I go on and on. You know what I mean? Fucking, where they at? They're quitting. They're saying, fuck this. We're not going to go to war fucking, you know, for you so-called bankers. You know what I mean? Who control fucking, the West, right? Who are now going to bring that digital, you know, a new beast system, a new world order. He's going to fucking chip all you idiots. You know what I'm saying? And collapse, you know, the fiat currencies that are distributed about the whole earth. You know what I mean? You people are really going to see that, what do you call it? Your master doesn't give two fucks about you. For her punishment reaches into the heavens, right? And what's her punishments, right? Her iniquity, her sins have reached to the heavens. Because unbeknownst, what do you call it? To you peons, to you idiots out here, you know, who don't know anything about, you know, what's going on around your surroundings. We call the Lord is going to bring heavy judgment to this place, and you people who are standing in the midst of America, in the midst of Babylon, are going to get vaporized when you go off the face of the earth, right? And in fact, I'll bring this out through the Spirit. And this is actually you know, it says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the simple kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth." And what's a simple kingdom? What do you call it? Is Babylon, right? Is the Israelites who are in Babylon, right? And also, again, what do you call it? You know, not only two-third niggas, but also you heathens who are walking amongst America. The Lord says, what do you call it? That He will destroy it off the face of the earth, right? Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. You say to the Lord, who's the house of Jacob? You know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, right, who are of the part of the hopeful elect, and the number 1/3 of the nation of Israel, right? Those are the house of Jacob, right? The house of David, of Davidah. You know what I mean? Coming back to what do you call it? To the fold, coming back to their rightful heritage. You know what I mean? And Lord willing, what do you call it? We have the hopeful elect, and now we're coming back to what do you call it? To our lot. You know what I mean? And we are joint heirs to Yahweh Shema Shai. And I have Revelations 14:8. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring that out. You know. So yeah, I'm just going to the Spirit. You know what I mean? You know, what do you call you know, Jake is just, you know, rolling through the Spirit. You know what I mean? You know, just basically getting on, you know, Esau getting on, these two-third niggas getting on, you know, rightfully so. You know, because man, you know, Jake is weary out here. You know what I mean? You know, us man, Lord, what do you call it? You know, we're weary out here. You know what I mean? You know, Esau does not let up. He does not release the pressure of his knee on our neck. You know what I mean? He's whether it be a demons fucking with us, whether it be, Esau Edom fucking with us, whether it be the heathens, joining in and add their fucking 2 cents, whether it be, these fucking terrors who look like our people but really are not our people, you know what I'm saying, who actually, the bloodline goes to other heathens, they help and forward our oppression. It's Rev 14:8, you bring it out, you know what I mean? So it says, and their fallen angel is saying Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all these nations drink the wine of the wrath of her fornication, right? And what's the wrath of, what's the wine of her fornication, right? Which is her philosophy, because the so-called white man Esau Edom, what do you call it? Literally went to the four corners of earth and spread their philosophy. You know what I mean? Their evil holidays, their oppression, their fiat currency system, their we call it their debauchery, whether it be the LGBT, faggot ass, nasty ass niggas, you know what I'm saying, and all that fucking, evil, wickedness, you know what I'm saying, literally, what do you call their philosophy and their way of living, the whole beast system of the four corners of earth, right? And she brings that wrath, you know what I mean? The great whore, which is Babylon, brings that wrath, you know what I mean? She's a complete fucking bitch, you know what I mean? Fuck this place. And the third angel fallen, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, right, which is, NATO nations, right, or his image, right, which is, his whole system, you know what I mean? How the NATO and EU and America and Canada get down, you know what I'm saying? Everything, everything has to do with, about their lifestyle and the way they get down, right? Right? And receives a mark in his forehead or in the hand, right? Which is RFID microchip, you know what I mean? Which is going to be implemented to the four corners of earth, through the bank, the elite bankers, and the head tribes, the head kings of you so-called white people, Esau Edom, right? You Rothschilds, you Oppenheimers, your DuPonts, your Gettys, you know what I mean? Your Rockefellers, you know what I mean? And so forth and so on. The upper echelon, leaders, of Babylon the Great, the NATO, which is the beast, you know what I mean, and Jerusalem, you know what I mean, to where they reside at, and of course in Europe, right? The same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which means, let me rephrase that again, Revelation 14:10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. Meaning, if you take that mark, if you take that chip, if you take fucking, the blessing, and the contract, and you sign your soul, with blood on the dotted line by your signature, and giving and taking a knee and bowing the image of Baal, you're literally gonna meet the end of with this place, which is America, aka Babylon the Great, right? You're gonna accept the same fate. You know what I mean? And it will be even worse because you literally get judged in front of Yahweh Shai and the angels. You know what I mean? So it's like there will be no exemption for you. You know what I mean? You're just gonna burn fucking your nuclear fire. And fuck it. Lord willing, fuck them. Which is poured out without mixture unto the cup of his indignation, which means Lord will not spare what do you call it, any type of mercy, that will befallen America, befallen Babylon. You know what I mean? And if you take that chip, you know what I mean, and you're weak, what do you call it? You're literally good. What do you call it? Lord is gonna fucking burn you and will watch you burn, right? And will show no mercy upon you, your family, your kids, your bloodline, wipe you off the face of earth, and you have to be reborn in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? And then you will know, what type of person you were, back in the old days. You know what I mean? Back when America was actually, standing. You'll be shamefaced, like, fuck, man, can't believe I did that. I was wrong. I messed up. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the of holy angels and the presence of a lamb, which means, what do you call it? When, if you dumbass Americans take the RFID microchip, right, we call it, and accept fucking the so-called white man's fucking gifts, we call it accept, his contract, you know what I mean, and don't accept who you truly are. You so-called Negro Native Americans who are too true to Israel. If you guys accept anything that the so-called white man gives you, you know what I mean, which Esau Edom, you're gonna burn this place. You're literally gonna be fucking burnt. You know what I mean? You're literally gonna be wiped off fucking the earth. And you'll become a living sacrifice at the altar for Yahweh Hashem El Shai. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing we can do for you. Because as Yahweh Shai is our intercessor to our Lord Yahweh, we are intercessor to Yahweh Shai and salvation. We man the Lord, right? Lord willing, we're of a hopeful elect. Lord willing, we have that number. You know what I mean? We are the intercessor, and your salvation. You know what I mean? So you don't see the judgment that's going to be false place in the days to come. Now that was just a little something on my spirit. You know what I mean? And Lord willing, I hope it was edified. I can go in, we can go all in today. You know what I mean? And go and bring more precepts. But I just wanted to give a quick little hit. On the status of what I see. In times that we're living in. You know what I mean? And future prophecies to come. And Lord willing, us apostles, or the apostles and bishops and elders and brothers and teachers, and scribes and helps who are in the camps, who are part of the hopeful elect, and the innumerable 1/3 of men, women, children, who are part of the hopeful elect. Lord willing, I hope you all make it to chariots, and be redeemed out of Jacob's trouble. You know what I mean? In time, of the Lord's return, right? So, hopefully that was edifying. Before I leave, I'm gonna give all praise, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule Israel in true sincerity, right? And Brakatei Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, to the elders and bishops, right, and brothers and teachers and scribes and helps who are in the camps, making the body living sacrifice, and to truly bring out the good news, the gospel of Yahweh Hashem Shai, spread from across the earth, and making the body living sacrifice. And to also, what do you call it, to the innumerable 1/3 who are out there, who are coming, who are being brought into the fold, the men, women, children. To you I say Shalom. My name is Yerah Abad from Israelites of 11th hour. What do you call it? At a San Francisco camp. And Lord willing, what do you call it? This is edifying lesson. Until next time, I say Shalom.